welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry I've been out of it these past 2 weeks. I've been having editing projects to get done, and I'm not exactly feeling well today, but I promised you guys the next part of this video. So sorry it took so long, and I just thank you for being patient with me, and also to all my American TikTok followers who just got back on TikTok. Welcome back. I'm glad to see you guys are all back on TikTok. I missed you guys. Honestly, I missed all of you guys, so I had to share that. But guys, yeah, it's great to have you back. Anyways, this part is called Guard on the Hill, so let's get started.
Charlotte visited later the next morning. His message was short, but not sweet. You shall be confined to banking duty until I can trust you and your crew to follow the rules. That bridge is for engines to cross, not for fishing, he boomed. Leighton's fireman quickly wised up, and he behaved as straight as an arrow for a long time afterward. As Leighton was to be used only for banking, Bill and Ben arrived to shunt the train to the yard. One day, the two little engines were shunting carriages when they saw Leighton looking forward. They both decided to go over and introduce themselves.
Maybe not. I thought they were going to tease him.
Good morning, they whistled. I'm Bill, and I'm Ben. The big engine was surprised to see them. He hadn't given them much mind when the twins arrived. He spoke in a meek voice. Leighton, what great big cylinders you got, Ben commented. And that large lamp, Bill added. Leighton perked up a little. He stared at the lamp hanging above his smoke box where it always had done. That old thing hasn't worked for years. Why not? The twins said together. Leighton frowned. No clue. One day it just stopped. We had many people try to fix it, but no result. Bill gave a cheeky grin.
Oh no.
Maybe it's haunted.
Oh, brother.
He proclaimed in a spooky voice. Ben chuckled. Oh, yes, your lamp is possessed. Ooh. So Ivor was telling me about that, Bill chimed.
Oh,
apparently
no,
they
I
think
knew
get
this
rid
was
of
going to
ghosts.
happen.
But if you can't pay him, your lamp will be repossessed. Leighton wasn't amused. When have you ever seen a ghost? Back at the clay pits.
Oh,
Bill
brother,
recalled the incident to Leighton.
stop talking.
I was leaving the pits with my trucks. Before I could go out of my siding, the brakes came hard on. My driver and fireman both swear it wasn't them. He was lucky he did, Ben added, as I came jolting past with my empties not a moment later. Tearing past more like, Bill said. I had the right of way, thank you, Ben argued. Anyway, Leighton interrupted, that's a nice story, but that wasn't a ghost. Just your driver making a mistake, simple as. The twins were disappointed that Leighton wasn't taking them seriously. Oh well, you would know a lot about crews making mistakes, wouldn't you? Ben teased.
Oh, okay, that was
There's
a low
ghosts
blow.
all over the island, even in this very yard, Bill continued. Oh really? Leighton asked sarcastically. Indeed, you'll
That was a
soon
low
see.
blow.
The twins winked at each other and went off to continue shunting.
That was a low blow.
Leighton was
I
left
thought
with
they were
no
gonna be
doubt that Bill
nice.
and Ben were nothing short of silly. That afternoon, Leighton's crew got the call that their help was needed. Leighton was ready to set off when the twins decided to play a joke on the big engine.
Oh, no.
This'll spook him, they tittered to each other. Just as Leighton was about to cross over the points, Bill shoved the truck forward. It flew down the sidings, bounced off the big green engine, and fell onto the sleepers. Leighton wasn't badly hurt, but he winced as he felt his bruises. The truck was now blocking the entire yard. Oh, good grief, what are you playing at? Bill was dumbfounded.
Take dogs outside.
Give me a second, guys. All right, guys, sorry about that. Let's continue.
The truck was now blocking the entire yard. Oh, good grief, what are you playing at? Bill was dumbfounded. It was Ben's idea. Ben appeared from the sidings. No, it wasn't. It was yours. Yours was not. Stop it, Leighton shouted. I don't care whose idea it was, but I expect this mess cleaned up when I get back. Unfortunately for him, it will take a lot longer than that. Bill and Ben were both trapped in the sidings, and the crane was out of reach.
Oh,
The big
no.
tank engine had to come back and help. This soon caused confusion and much delay, as trucks were held up and many trains had to leave their goods behind. When they had finally got it back on the rails, Boko had arrived with his night goods.
Oh dear.
The twins scrambled to get his trucks, but were too late, and Boko had to leave without.
Oh dear.
How about I take the trucks to Boko at the next station, Leighton offered. Call ahead of the next station and tell them to stop the train. The signalman agreed and arranged it. Leighton picked up the trucks and headed to the hill. Take care, Bill called cheekily.
What did they
You might
do?
run into a ghost in the dark. I've already told you, ghosts aren't real, Leighton replied. It was dark as Leighton rattled towards the hill. He had
Yeah.
never really pulled trains before and was focusing on not slipping up. It was unfortunate that he was focusing on the trucks too much that he didn't see the red signal. But what he did see was something strange. As he climbed Gordon's Hill, it seemed to Leighton there was a man by the side of the line. He couldn't make it out properly, but he was certain there was someone. To his horror, the figure that jumped onto the tracks and started waving frantically at him. Stop! Stop! There's someone on the tracks! The driver slammed on the brakes. Leighton shut his eyes and came to a stop.
Why the heck did he go on the
The
track?
crew were confused. Where is he? They asked. Leighton opened his eyes. The man was gone. The tank engine was hit with a sudden, awful wave of dread. I didn't hit him, I swear! I didn't hit him! He said frantically. All of a sudden, the spot where the man had been standing was flooded with light. Leighton closed his eyes again and shivered in terror, until he realized where the light was coming from.
It was his lamp.
As I live and breathe. His crew were just as stunned as Leighton. Looking up, his lamp was shining brighter than it ever had before. The big engine could have sworn it had never shone like this. The driver then broke the silence. Well, I think we spent enough time here. Perhaps we'll find that man down the line. Leighton was
Maybe Bill and
swift
Ben
and
were
cautious
right.
and creeped over the hill before stopping once again. Look at that! He cried. With the light from his lamp, he could see the scene that lay before him. On the hill sat a heap of derailed trucks blocking his path. Goodness me, the driver said. It's a good thing we stopped or you might have crashed into that. We must get the breakdown crane, Leighton called. In no time at all, Leighton rushed back to the yard, picked up the crane, and was back at the scene clearing up the wreckage. I'm really not sure what happened. Neither the driver nor I heard anything as we ascended the hill, Boko explained. Well, at least you're all right. Leighton was relieved that nothing worse had happened. The inspector scrutinized the coupling, but could find nothing wrong on any of the wagons. He checked the track too, but nothing was wrong there either.
What the heck?
Both engines and crew were left very perplexed. When Leighton returned that night, he thought about what might have happened if it not for his lamp. Why did it choose to work now? Leighton knew lamps didn't just turn on whenever they light. Something had to have switched it on, but he couldn't figure out what. If not for that figure, then you knew what. Leighton's boiler ran cold, and his face went pale. Who was that figure? The poor engine didn't get much sleep that night, and is sure he'll never find out what happened.
Well, that's all for this video. Part 4 will be on next Monday. But that was interesting, guys. And I will say that was a miracle. Like, I'm bringing my faith into this because I'm a believer in Christ Jesus. But I believe when something like that happens, it's a miracle from God. And I think that it was a miracle that had that ghost or whatever that thing or person was, whatever it was that got his lamp to work, if it had not worked, he would have crashed into Boko. So I know it's just a video, but I believe in miracles for a reason. So yeah, no, that was definitely interesting. Let's see if there's any more, if it just goes to the next part. Oh no, there's more. There's more. Oh no, that's the next one. That's the next one. That's the next part. Okay, I didn't even realize that was the next one. Okay, so we'll look at the next one on Monday. So that is it for part 3. And I will see you all in the next video. This is K-Bear 101 signing out. Adios, everybody.